Welcome, nerds, to the gaming and tech news for the week. This is a clip that has been taken out of the main show, The Week in Nerddom, which goes up on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. In gaming and tech, we like to talk about, well, you know, gaming and tech, trailers, announcements for new tech and games and consoles and everything in between that is gaming and or tech related. So this week in gaming and tech, all of this stuff happened. Now we're talking about gaming and tech. We have some follow-ups, we got some trailers, we got some regular news. Follow-ups, we're talking about X-Defiant. It was announced at the last week of the non-E3 stuff, and we've got an update on the beta there. We also have an update on the Google situation, as well as Twitter getting in trouble. So let's get into this, shall we? Starting with follow-ups and corrections. Correction, kind of? Nintendo Direct is in fact happening this week, so rumor confirmed. Follow-up correction situation. It's a matter of fact, as I'm recording this, it is the 20th, so as I will be editing this, it will be the 21st, and that's when it's happening. So hopefully we'll get this video up before everybody already, you know, gets to the point of what happened in the Nintendo Direct, because right now it's anybody's guess. Very probably we'll hear something about Pikmin 4. Very probably we'll hear something about the Metroid situation, whether or not we're going to see the game this year in actuality, or if it's just going to be pushed back till 2024, because we haven't heard anything for for some time. And then beyond that, there's really nothing. Like, this is supposed to be a good and proper Nintendo Direct, and we are going to be surprised at every turn, it would seem. There is speculation that they're going to be talking about a lot of remakes on the console, specifically GameCube remakes updated for modern day, and not really expecting to hear anything about new hardware just yet. So that very likely won't happen until 2024. Don't quote me on that, it's just speculation. From there, we have an interesting situation on the streaming side of gaming and tech, streaming TV movie stuff. So Freevee, the Amazon free option, Amazon owns Freevee. That's the where you can go to watch, kind of like TNT back when cable was a thing. Yeah, so Freevee is getting some new channels. They are getting channels based on MGM programming, as well as Warner Brothers Discovery programming. There is going to be multiple channels with content from both of those producers on the ad-supported free streaming platform. And actually, we have other streaming platform news that is more closely related to actual TV news. So it's going to be in the TV section, but still kind of runs parallel with this piece. So really interesting situation right now, because the streamers are really trying to get people to sign up for their stuff, and it's not happening. So they got to find other ways to make money. And ad-supported ways work. We've seen this happen in the past. So yeah, pretty excited about that. From there, let's talk about Halo Infinite. Welcome to Season 4 of Halo Infinite. I have yet to play it myself, though I've seen some really interesting stuff. There is a full list of the patch notes and all of the things that have come with Season 4. If you follow the link down in the description, so go check that out. But it's good times. It seems like Halo is finally where it should have been when it launched, and I'm here for it. And then our final follow-up for this section has to do with X-Defiant, the game that was announced during, I believe it was during the Summer Games Fest, but I mean, all those showcases kind of blurred together since they happened so close to one another, so I could be wrong, but or it was the Ubisoft Forward. That's what it was. It was the Ubisoft Forward. So X-Defiant, the open beta opens up again on the 21st. So ideally, as you're watching this video, you can go sign up to be a part of the open beta if you follow the link in the description. That's what we got for follow-ups and corrections. Let's talk about some trailers, or just a trailer specifically. We got a new Steam game trailer dropped that is worth a watch. It's called I'm assuming this is what it's called, X Killer or EXE Killer or Exa Killer, something like that. EXE like executable killer, I don't know. But the gameplay, it's official gameplay reveal for this. It's alpha footage, so it's very, very rough, but like the idea behind it feels like if you took Fallout 4 and made it just a little bit more Western and a little less 1920s sci-fi, and this is the game you would get, I feel like. So it's very interesting. Very little on the premise of the game is available in this gameplay trailer, but it's still really cool to see. So recommend going to check it out for sure. From there, let's talk about some regular ass news, and we got two really big pieces. First up is the Google situation right now. I mean, which one, right? Because there's quite a few of them. This is a new one. Google Domains specifically was just bought out by Squarespace, or probably more appropriate, Google offloaded domains to Squarespace for a modest sum, I would imagine. So the current situation as it stands right now, because the merger, or the sale rather, just happened, is that over the course of the next 12 months, assuming you have a contract with Google Domains, meaning you've paid them for your domain, then over the next 12 months, you have nothing to worry about. You can continue on as it was, but at the end of that 12 months, everything is switching over to the Squarespace system. So it is going to be a gradual, and they're doing it as slow as they are in order to make it as seamless as possible as well. But you're still going to have to change the way you pay for your domain, which means like a lot of people, that's generally nerdy.net is hosted on Google Domains. So I'm going to be affected by this directly. It seems like they're doing what they can to make this, again, as painless as possible. But, I mean, there's a reason why certain people went with Google Domains and not Squarespace in the beginning. So we'll see if anything changes with how Squarespace does their pricing structure or anything like that, and probably have to just keep tabs on this as it goes. From there, though, let's talk about Twitter, shall we? So the TLDR, the long and the short, however you want to put that, is Twitter's being sued, and by a new group of people this time. That's not former employees or other companies or whatever that are in direct competition with them. This is a lawsuit from the National Music Publishers Association, NMPA, and they are suing for $250 million because they say that the company has done little to nothing to stop from copyright infringing material being uploaded to their platform. So basically, if somebody files a copyright claim with content on Twitter, it's not taken down, and that doesn't sit well with the NMPA, which, I mean, makes sense because every other major social media platform pays rights to different associations to make things all right with copyright holders. So I can see why they're doing this, and honestly, it seems like they probably have a pretty strong legal leg to stand on. If this lawsuit is successful, then it will force Twitter to pay out, again, $250 million in damages, as well as change policy and procedure in how they deal with copyright claims. So this could be pretty dramatic for the platform of Twitter. We'll keep tabs. We'll move on. From there, all we got is suggestions. In Gaming and Tech suggestions this week, there's been 4 remakes at this point, so we're just gonna say whichever one of those you want to play. Resident Evil, just as a general let's play suggestion, is the suggestion this week. I forgot that it had been remastered so many times, and it's started on the GameCube back forever ago, and it's just kind of been going and going and going. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first game was on the PlayStation, I'm not stupid, but the first remake was on the GameCube, and it just keeps getting stronger. Mainline games only. I can't speak for the side games, the Gaiden, the I can't even think of all of the side games right now, but the mainline Resident Evil games all the way up through Village are the suggestions this week. Just I don't know that I've ever not enjoyed playing a Resident Evil game, so you should do the same. Once again, this is just the gaming and tech section. It is a shortened piece of the much longer news show that I do over on youtube.com/generallynerdy, which is the main channel. There's a lot more music and comic books and movies and TV shows, etc., that can be found over there on the regular show. Thank you for joining me here, though, nerds. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.